homeowner facing foreclosure is up against a lot of challenges. They get really stressed out even thinking about their mortgage once they either can't make the payment or are about to see that payment adjust so high that they know they can't make the payment. There's basically three different things they can do to avoid foreclosure. They need to find out which of those three options is best for them. If you don't do anything, they can foreclose on the property and take it away from you and force you out. Sometimes the sheriff gets involved and it can be a little bit embarrassing for people. Sometimes people move before that happens and they just abandon the home. But in any case, by foreclosing, you incur more loss for the bank typically, and so you'll have a greater, in most cases, a greater tax liability and financial liability if you just let it go to foreclosure. The biggest benefit of a short sale is the reduced liability on the credit. In other words, their credit will show better having a short sale than a foreclosure. You typically see a higher level being optimistic and just general well-being when somebody consciously does a short sale as opposed to the people that are nervous all the way through and foreclose. And typically the people that do a short sale are in a position within 2 years that they could start looking at homes again to buy again, and foreclosure, they're nowhere near looking at homes in 2 years. So just think of what that does to that person's mentality and to the family, knowing that they could be homeowners again and buy at a time when prices are really low. I've been personally trained by bank insiders, people that come from the bank perspective and understand short sales, taught agents how to do it the right way. So that's the school of thought we come from, and that's the systems that we have in place are ones that were created by bank insiders so that we could close more short sales effectively, because it's better for banks to do a short sale than a foreclosure. And so by us being trained and having that ability and that added training, we're able to help more homeowners to avoid foreclosure and be successful with our short sales. One of my favorite moments was when I helped a family that when they first met with me, they talked about how their budget was so thin that they were literally eating rice and beans and tortillas, and that was their food. It was really hard when I was sitting down with them and they handed me their financial sheet and I was reviewing it. Their budget for food for a family of 6 was $200 a month. And it was very humbling for me to see that, but what was very exciting was I helped them to understand that they could come to a new place. And so they were able to do the short sell and start renting at a price that was more affordable for them, to where now they're able to just eat a regular diet and have a normal food budget. And that was really satisfying for me to take somebody from being totally destitute because they were paying an excessive mortgage to paying what they could really afford and moving on and getting to a better place. And now that person in the next few years can start saving and work at maybe getting to a home again now that the prices are low and it can be at a payment they can afford. By calling us, they'll be able to get a quick, straight answer. We're going to evaluate their situation and talk about what their challenge is, what their problem is, whatever they're facing, and help them through that, not just stick them into one of our programs. Sometimes loan modification is a total waste of time and wouldn't benefit the client. Other times they need to go right into a short sale, just depending on where they are on the timeline. So it's really hard to say until they call us and let us know exactly where they are so that we can help them.